So my name's Steve. I run a company called Forensic. We've been working with House on the Rock on the Experience ever since Experience 8, and here we are today, Experience 20. So this is our front of house setup. Plenty of racks and equipment on stage that tie into this, but this is the Yamaha PN10. It's the main console that we use for all of the acts, all of the bands. It's top of the range Yamaha kit, and then in here, this is where we've got the brain that does all the processing for the desk, a little bit of power distribution. And then over here, we have Yamaha's newest, smallest little desk. It's a DM7 Compact. And this is what we call continuity desk. So when the engineers are on the big desk getting ready for their acts, I'll be on this desk looking after the compares, the announcements, and Pastor Paul's mic, and some of the backing tracks, some of the smaller acts as well. It means that the guys working on this one have got enough time to prepare themselves for their show rather than having a really quick changeover. Also effectively increases the channel count that we have because we've got more stage boxes on stage to deal with that. Everything's running from UPSs, and then from here, everything's all covered up because we're expecting rain, but hopefully we'll be okay. So from here, everything runs into a switch, and the switch then runs over a fiber line, fiber backbone, all the way to the stage, with lots of redundancy, as hopefully you can see. It's the first year we've done anything running the whole network over fiber. Sometimes we do just the desk. This time we're running everything over it. Instead of using the Cat5 cables that we've been using for the last 10 years, we decided to upgrade this year, and the results have been significant because we've got a lot going on, a lot more data to process, so we're now managing it in a way that's a lot more efficient. Anything else?
How long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this for over 30 years, I think, yeah, well over 30 years now. And I've been doing the Experience since number 8 and it's number 20, so 12 years.
12 years.
Yeah.
And how's it been so far?
I mean, I keep coming back, right? So, no, it's good. I love it here. I love the event. I love the people we get to work with. I love the music and the artists that we get to work with. And I love the response that we get from such an enormous crowd for the work that we do and the performances that the artists give.
So for now, are you 100% done with your setup?
No. No. So we've got some, there's a special number happening today, which we've got to rehearse, and we've got to sound check all of the American artists today as well, all before we start the event at 7. And we were talking last night with a few sort of last minute changes made just to improve the efficiency of what we're doing, particularly with the main desk continuity desk situation. So we're going to try and implement those as soon as we get some power.
So tell us about your team. How many people do you have in your team, and how's been working with them?
Okay, so there's
the Nigerian part.
So we have there's 8 of us here this year. So I'm here looking after production, also looking after front of house audio. We've got someone doing monitor audio. We've got someone doing patch and someone doing RF, all the radio mics. We've got Graham here who's operating the lights. He's also the guy who did the show design. And so he designed the whole set. And then we've got someone looking after video and LED. We've got someone looking after electrical safety, very important job. And we've got someone doing stage management as well. So everyone is kind of in their own department, but we also work hand in hand with all Nigerian teams. So we kind of help and guide them, and then we all work together as a team to try and get the best results that we can.
So compared to the previous experience,
yeah.
Any special thing that you probably did? Any setup update?
So there are some new additions to production that I've got to keep quiet until they happen. We don't want to spoil any surprises, but there'll be certainly some things that if you've watched or been at previous experiences you've not seen before. We've also got a lot more LED than we've ever had. You can see the huge walls here either side, and a lot more actually built into the set. And what's added this year that you may or may not have seen is the big circular LED screen right in the middle of the arena.
Setup decision that you're most proud of this year?
It's a good question. I like that we finally moved all the infrastructure over to fibre. That's a big deal. It's sort of a step in the right direction, and it's sort of essential, really. So then, talking fibre, this is the other end of that fibre multiple we showed you on the other side. It comes into this Luminex switch here. And from here we branch out into these, which are the lighting nodes. So that the node basically takes the data from the Cat6 ports and then converts it to DMX. So each of these cables will then run off to a chain of lights somewhere on the floor, up in the rig, or on the stage feature somewhere else. This again is basically it's a glorified lighting desk, but it does all the processing rather than actually having the faders. This here is a media server, as is this chap here. And those are what send the content up to the LED screens. So if you see the big Experience logo up on the screen at the moment, that will be stored on one of these two machines, and which literally program it using the lighting desk to say, right, put that image there now. So this is then the audio patch. And normally this is a lot neater, but what we have to do in order to make the experience work is pull lots of things together from lots of different suppliers, which inevitably means that things end up a bit messy in order to be functional. So this is the splits from the audio patch. So every microphone, every input source comes into here, sometimes via lots of things we call satellite boxes on the floor. And then around the back of this, there's big multi-pin connectors that split it out three ways. They then go to these stage boxes here, which are called Rios. They're Yamaha's, a sort of industry standard stage box. And we have 3 of those for monitors, and we have 3 of them for front of house. And you see they're numbered. So this one says 1, this is 2, this one is number 6 because we had to replace that, so it's ended up at the top of the pile, but there's 3, 4, and 5. So at front of house, I'll be dealing with 4, 5, and 6.
Okay.
And monitors, they deal with 1, 2, and 3, and that's where we take our inputs into our system. This is then the backs of all of the radio mics in the system, and behind there is James, who's responsible for all of that. Hello. Then we're using another 2 switches here, primary and secondary, to manage the audio network specifically. That brings us round to here. And here we see Gareth running away. Gareth's looking after monitors for the UK team. Ebenezer is his opposite number, working for House on the Rock. This is House on the Rock's latest edition, is Yamaha's DM7. So this is the big version of the continuity desk we had at front house. But this one isn't doing continuity, this is doing monitors, all of the monitors. And then over here, we've got an older Yamaha console, CL3, and this is doing continuity for monitors. So again, when we've got smaller acts coming on, it allows the engineer to prep for the next big act there whilst this is all happening here and sort of more easily. So this will only feed certain wedges and certain points. So again, if we step out of everyone's way, so that's the splits, and there's the radio mics and the ears seen from the front. So these have come from, I think, 3 or 4 different sources. That's why James is having his work cut out, making everything fit in together. Because it's not just the physical side of getting everything to work, it's making sure things have got compatible firmware, because one company or one supplier may have things up to date and others may not. And we brought some of these, some of this has come over from the UK with us, so we brought 2 of the Rios. That Shure thing that says 8600 on the top is it's Shure's frequency spectrum management device. So that basically scans the environment as often as we tell it to, looks for interference and tells us how stable our radio systems are going to be. And then if they're not stable, we hit a little button on the software, which isn't out at the moment, and that will redistribute for frequencies that will work to all of the systems. So it's actually pretty complicated, but we had to we brought this in from the UK with us because it makes James's job a lot easier. And you see what James is doing now. These are antennas. So each of these antennas will relate to a certain amount of the radio system. So you can keep a certain number of these things together, and what you have here is an antenna combiner. So you find a lot of radio systems will come into this, and then that will go out to 2 antenna. But we've also, I say, because everything's come from all over the place, we've got another one coming out of, that's for the ears, the combiner's up the top there, which comes to another antenna, another set of antennas. So it's quite a lot of patching everything together, a bit like a complicated jigsaw to make it work. So if we were at home and put out a system this size, it would all come flight case, looking uniform, pre-tested, but that's just not a luxury that we have here. And then moving on to stage, obviously you can see a lot of lights, and there's Dave doing some patching bits and pieces, ready for rehearsals this morning. We've got all the stage monitors here. We've got them undercover because we're expecting rain. Yeah. And then we've got the new sort of sub-stages. These are new for us this year as well. We've not done those before. That's, again, on both sides. Yeah, the idea for that, again, is where we're talking about continuity and having acts. The idea is certain acts will come and perform on these sub-stages whilst we put the rest of the stage into darkness in order to prepare for the next big act. It just gives us all a bit more time. And then underneath each of these bin bags, they're lights. So once we know the weather's okay, those bin bags get taken off and we'll crack on with it. Do a show, I guess. And that's it really, in a nutshell. That's the experience this year.
I can see that 3 keyboards on this side.
Sorry, say that again?
The keyboards?
Yeah, so we have 4 keyboard setups. 2 on stage left, 2 on stage right. We sub-mix the keyboards because we just have more keyboards than we have channels for. Just the 1 drum kit this year. Got 2 bass rigs in case we have the bass is stage left or stage right. Sometimes they prefer one set of equipment or one stage position over another. And I think what we've done this year by having a large band riser rather than certain specific areas also affords us a lot more flexibility in terms of where brass will go and where the percussion will go, which, as you see, they're on different sides of the stage.
Are you recording live?
I'm not, but Io is in broadcast. He'll be doing a multi-track. So that's the other thing I've not told you about, because it's Io from House of the Rock, who normally looks after the broadcasters doing that. You're probably going to have a chat with him if you haven't already. He's taken a feed from all of the Rios to his own DM7 and his own CL3, and that's where he's going to mix the sound that people are going to see live on TV. And a lot of stuff that you see on the internet will come from him. And that's, again, it's an extension of the same system, but he's probably the best place to talk you through that rather than me.
So where is the station?
So his station is, if you go through I'll walk you there, and then I'll let you take the mic and. Hey, good morning.
It's really massive work for the experience. Do you think this is the biggest?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. It's the biggest stage we put out. There's more fixtures and more stuff. This chap who wants to come and see the video setup for broadcast. Are you all right to pop in?
Yeah, all right.
So what I do, if I give you this back and then you can chat to
a shout out and a shout out to your band and then the team, right?
Yeah.
And then the experience. Just a quick shout.
Okay, well, just want to say we're very happy to be here.
Yeah.
Proud to be part of this on, again, such a momentous year for an event that's been so important and pivotal in my life personally and professionally. We're all sort of pretty stoked to go for today. Team and I are very excited. But I'm now going to have to go and do some work.
All right, thank you very much.
No worries,
Steve.
my pleasure.
Nice meeting you.